My name is Aaron Bruce, son of Malcolm Bruce and rightful heir to the Dunshire house. I have recently discovered that my tyrant of a father intends to disinherit me in favor of my deranged younger sister. My relationship with my family is strained, to say the least. I've decided that the time has come for my sister to be removed from this ghastly equation.
Ghastly plus 125 candy equals Gengar.
Yep.
That's the equation.
Who's responsible for maintaining the golden...
Used to be Big Jeff Willis, sir. He's been dead for almost a year now.
What, Bruce Willis?
I do a little here and there. Can't do much on account of my bad back, though.
Converse with your relatives and search the house for a useful object. Objects are divided into two categories, items of evidence and weapons. You'll only be allowed to pick up two objects. You're new, aren't you? So if here's my name, I'll recognize you from the pictures, Mr. Iran. So his name's Mr. Iran? Is he even allowed in the country right now? Is that one of the banned countries?
Oh, yeah.
Your folder is in the library, masturbating on your left, and your mother is in the parlor, masturbating on the right. Your parents have been masturbating around me nearly all my life. Your sister is upstairs in her room, I think. Okay,
now are you gonna
try to get her to go out with me?
And where can I find you, my pretty, is the flirty one?
And what if I want to do for some masturbation of our own? I'll be in the kitchen preparing dinner, masturbating by myself. I don't want to masturbate with you. I'll sound the bell when dinner is served.
I thought I smelled a rat. Have you come to see me, little rat?
Hello, Jennifer. How have you been?
How have I been? What an odd thing for a little rat to ask. Normally, the rats just say, squeak! Squeak! You used to have a pet rat, didn't you? Remember what I did to him? What you want to talk to me about, little rat? So what's your angle here, Brian?
Just came to see how your mare collection is getting on. How many do you have now?
75.
Okay.
Oh, you got a panties in the drawer now.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. You take the poop-soaked panties. So is the underwear the weapon, or is it the...
It's not the weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the butler. I'm gonna make it seem like they had something going on, but I'm gonna plant the panties in the butler's room.
Okay.
Because, you know, butt and panties go together.
Yes,
Butler, panties.
that.
Okay.
I think any detective who knows how words work will be very impressed with the thoughtfulness of this crime.
Okay, so that'll make it seem like they've been having butt
Sex.
Yeah,
Butler sex.
butler sex.
That's my
Butler
favorite
butt
kind.
sex. Butler
butt sex.
Butler.
With butter.
And then I'm gonna just slaughter her with a sword, because why not? And that'll make it seem like it's a man, like the butler.
True, but
He has a bad back!
Yeah, he
They're
did
trying
say.
to screw with me. Okay, so we can make it seem like the father is raping the daughter.
What can I do for you?
You seem quite distressed about something.
Yeah, I was gonna masturbate to you, Kimmin.
Come now!
If you insist, sir.
Like, I found out Santa Claus wasn't real when I was 5, but I didn't know about the Tooth Fairy until like I was 14.
Oh,
that,
really?
That fucked me up.
The new Sneak King Tooth Fairying people. What are you doing in my house? Shit, it'll be funny later. Can you imagine that news story? Brian was shot pretending to be the Tooth Fairy.
You know Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Or Larry the Cable Guy in the second one.
How did they explain that? He got white and really fat and older? That doesn't make any sense.
Is Dwayne The Rock Johnson black?
Yeah.
I thought he was really tan. I don't think he's black.
Does he ever say anything black? Can you picture him being like, yo, what up? No, he couldn't. He wouldn't do that. He's not black. That's a white guy.
I assume it's probably just Latino or something. You know what? I'm gonna Google it.
Look up his penis. If it's really big, he's probably black.
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Hard.
Alright. He's of black Nova Scotian origin.
Whoa.
His mother is of Samoan heritage. Now I gotta Google image search, safe search off Dwayne Johnson.
Johnson. Yep. There's a penis slip in the movie Tooth Fairy.
This isn't $1. Crap, I looked it under some kid's pillow. And then he has to fly around the world, finding out which kid he accidentally left his penis.
Oh my god. Larry the Cable Guy is his penis. His penis grew up to become Larry the Cable Guy, and that's why there's two Tooth Fairies. So there's like gonna be like this giant war between Dwayne Rock and his original penis. He's grown like a new one since, but he misses the original one.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's rock hard penis is not in any photographs.
Do you like urethra slip?
Yeah, that's not a thing I'm gonna look up. Dwayne Johnson's Johnson tells seashells by the seashore. Tooth Fairy 3.
That's a weird intermission,
Alright.
or whatever that was.
Yeah, you get the undergrounds.
Am I wearing them?
Yeah, I guess so.
We did during the test the poop stains in the panties. 50% your sister's, 50% yours. Would you like to explain this, or? It'd be kind of cool to see her just get like Kill Bill
Oh, you can't do. Okay, you don't have a coat to cover your swords.
What the heck? Why can't I do my thing? I worked it out.
You have
It
to
would have
go to-
worked. Candlestick would work to frame the father. Take the heavy candlestick and conceal it on your person.
I must protest.
There's
It's
no-
always been my duty to pour wine at dinner.
I thought he was gonna be like, this man has 2 erections. One of them must be the candlestick.
Hey, get away from that dog's butt!
I was fucking it with its own tail.
Alright, you want to put it in here?
On
For
the
some
dog.
consideration, you put it inside the bookshelf between 2 dusty volumes.
I thought he was gonna put it on the dog, but like which way? Like over 2 of the side legs? Or
I've seen that stupid meme too.
Definitely it would be in the back ones.
I know, it's so obvious!
So which way would a dog wear that gold white
It's
dress?
the same way they wear the pants. Alright, rising high above your head, you bring it down with some force! Awakens, episode 7, on the back of her head. She slumps noisily to the floor in front of you. Blood seeping from a head wound. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chief Inspector, Inspector Chief Detective, Super Investigator, Winston Churchill. I underwear that this is a difficult time for your family. You found no evidence of forced entry, Awakens episode 7, and no one was seen entering or leaving the his. It would seem entirely possible then that the killer is right inside this room.
It was a dog! What'd you say? I don't like spam! That seems highly unexplanatory, you fucking inspector, if that's your name.
The interview. Before we begin, I want to search your person. Best to get the formalities out of the way.
Is this really necessary?
I'm afraid! So? Turn around, please.
Cough.
Those lumps don't just seem to be too cancerous. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the interview. As you know, I've already spoken to everybody in this house who was giving presents to the house at the time of your sister's demise.
Even the dog?
Even the dog. The dog seemed to stick with his alibi of
And then he's like, and also, it clearly was done by someone wearing pants over their hind legs. And that dog clearly would wear pants over its side legs.
The maid says that you made a rather inappropriate maid of a sexual nature towards the maid. This leads me to question your character.
Of course I did have a fucking maid. Absolutely, when you've done the same, she's a pretty little thing after all.
Yeah, totally. No, I can't say I would have. I'll note that you did not stop to chat with either of your parents.
I was busy hitting on the maid. I was horny. Fuck.
You speak to your sister before dinner?
She called me a rat, and not wanting to be insulted further, I soon left the room.
That make you angry?
To be honest, I was used to it from her.
I garden that your father rather lost on ABC his tampons at one point.
There's nothing out of the ordinary.
Your father often loses his tampons at dinner?
My father loses his tampons no matter where those tampons are.
I see. Now I need to asparagus your locomotive at the time of your sister's death.
My sister's dead?
Where were you when you heard the maid scream?
Upstairs, motherfucker.
The search did not turn up any items which gave me cause to suspect anyone in particular.
What the
Where'd you put the underwear?
They weren't. We should have wiped more poop into it so they would have smelled.
You put it in the library, right?
Yeah, they're like 2 feet away from us.
I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Frankly, your behavior leading up to your sister's death concerns me a great deal. Also, I must regard your father as a suspect. There's one question or two regarding the butler, but personally, I don't buy it. Too cliche.
I can't believe it's not Butler.
Now, as far as what happens next, I am placing
Son
you
of a-
under arrest.
Why?
I'm
No.
Scorpion of the murder of your sister.
I can't believe it.
Although I think I will have some more further questions for your father later.
You're damn right. That poop's gonna rot. He's gonna start stinking up the damn place. Fuck. What? Why? Can you explain how or why?
No.
Because I'm horny and I didn't talk to my parents.
The evidence against you was
No, it's
overwhelming.
not. Circumstantial, you
It's
fucks. Watch
the
Judge
jury
Judy
had a
for once in
guilty
your life.
verdict.
There was nothing. They had nothing on me. Okay, we're gonna redo exactly what I just did, except talk to the parents this time to see if that makes any of a
Okay.
difference. No boy that would talk to his parents before dinner would ever kill him.
Interesting. I will be completely honest with you, Mr. Bruce. While some of your behavior this evening has been peculiar, I can find no
That's so
cause
stupid.
for any significant suspicion.
Okay, so since I talked to my parents briefly, that was the difference.
You had gotten away with the murder, it seems. However, you had not given them sufficient reason to suspect anyone else.
Some years later, you were surprised to see in his obituary in a national newspaper and horrified to learn that he had given his estate and possessions to a trust organization. You committed his foul act for nothing, and now there was nothing
That's
at all to give you to comfort. In a
I'm
long
fine with
way.
that. So I won, right? That
Well,
won.
I mean, you just killed your sister for nothing.
Okay, I'm trying to think. What would have made the father give me the money? You want to try it with, and you can't use a candlestick or the panties?
Sure.
Good evening, Mr. Ron. May I take your coat?
I would rather keep my coat.
Are you sure, Mr. Ron?
Yeah?
Your father's in the library on the left, and your mother's on the parlor on the right, masturbating.
And where can I find you, my pretty?
I will be in the kitchen preparing dinner. My panties will be around my ankles if you want to fuck quickly. I'll sound the bell.
Mom!
Anyways, you should go and talk to that maid and give her a good fucking. Wish her a happy birthday for me.
Sure, but it's actually Dad's birthday?
Oh, give him a good fucking. He hasn't let me do that in quite some time.
Oh, Daddy!
You told me you never enter this house again, boy. What the fuck?
My reasons for being here are my own.
Oh, really? In other words, there's no poipus?
Yeah, you can at least be happy to take a look at my face, Father. Or my butt cheeks if you prefer.
I haven't been able to feel anything since me and your mother stopped fucking. You know how to make me happy? Move back to Dunshill and take your pooper and place it in your damn pooper duty.
Too much poop. I refuse to be abused like this. You can't insult me and torment me all the time if I move back here. Not in 100 years.
What about in 101 years then? And anyways, you're a snot-nosed brat. You had that horrible cystic fibrosis where you produce extra mucus and you're always having snot and everything, and they hate you for that, even though that's a genetic thing and it's no way your fault.
Perhaps. You should watch your words. Now to see the maid.
Ooh. Hello, Mr. Brown. Is there something I can do for you?
Pucker those pretty lips and give me a big fat kiss.
Or I can put them around your penis shaft.
I don't like it when silly girls play hard to get. I like it when they play with things that are hard.
I must get back to work now.
Well, that was fun. Take the sword. But if I'm gonna take the sword, I gotta use evidence that implies somebody else was a dirty old rotten scumbag. I'm gonna actually frame the butler.
Oh.
Because, listen, that maid is mine. Hello?
I wish the goal of this game was to have sex with a maid and you didn't care about the money. Hello, sir. What can I do for you?
You seem quite distressed about something.
Ever since you got a new maid around, I feel like I've been nudged towards early retirement, if you know what I mean. She's obviously been trained to keep the new housekeeper. She has taken over my new responsibilities one more.
The Bluff poem talks about the maid being a hotsy-totsy. Written by the
And
sister.
it doesn't say who it's from?
No, it's written by the sister, but we could maybe frame it. But if it's in the butler's room and I frame the butler at dinner to be a perv, or looking down at everybody's
Oh.
clothes, I gotta make him look like a bigger a-hole than me.
Yeah.
So I can get the girl.
I make some more. Yeah,
you are.
madam. Ooh, is it George? I must protest. It has always been my duty to pour the wine at dinner. Oh well, don't you know that dinner technically means lunch and it's clearly the evening time, so this technically isn't dinner, this is supper, and so you don't need to pour the wine. Don't be a bitch about the technicality.
He just wants to look at your boobies!
Well, I never.
I've noticed him staring at your boobies all the time. Even Jennifer's boobies, even though they're not as good as my mom's.
And please. I don't know where you got the nerve, boy, but I like it. Anyways, let's not forget why we're here today to celebrate your father's birthday. You're so dear to us, Malcolm in the Middle. Happy birthday, Dad.
Indeed. Happy, bouncy, big bouncy birthday, Father. Raro. Let's hope it's one to remember. Doing the deed. Come hither, thou sweet and flame-haired maiden. Let us play the games. Come hither to me. If you want to put it in this room, I'm going to do it right now. So I pull up, open a drawer, put it in his dresser. Hopefully the police will find that there. Time to kill my sister.
You just pocket dialed Kristen just there. Choosing where the weapon.
Fencing.
You take the fencing sword out of your coat and ready yourself in the proper stance. Finally, all those years of fencing in proper stance will be put to good use.
You lunge toward your sister, you strike. Your strike is fast and true. She tries in surprise. Whoopsie-doopsie! As the blade pierces her heart. You drop the sword to the ground. Surely someone will hear her screaming. You gotta get out of here quickly. Alright, where am I going? I'm gonna go to the mom's room. Am I gonna be interviewed there anyway? Oh shit! Off! Did you hear that, Mr. Aran?
You want to get 3 seconds?
She screams.
Oh, it goes faster when she screams.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
So now it's time for the interview.
It would seem terribly possible then that the killer is in this room, or in a different room, or in another place that isn't a room, or is a person that isn't the killer? What? The interview. Before we begin, I need to search a person. Best to get these formalities out of the way.
Is this really necessary?
Yes, I really like exploring another person. Turn around, please. Bend over. Cough. That's my finger, not my penis. It's just my finger. Don't worry. I'm checking your prostate. Oh, I'm jiggling your prostate because that's what you're gonna do to make sure the prostate is. Oh. Okay, I'm withdrawing my finger back and then quick, if you feel something warm and gooey, that was just me putting some Vaseline on your prostate because I don't want it to feel touching it with my penis and my finger. Oh damn, I don't fucking care anymore. That's good. Oh, I'm gonna have a little cigarette. That's the best prostate fuck I've done in a while. Oh fuck, that oh boy, fuck yeah, okay, let's get down to business, shall we?
Okay.
Well, anyways, back to the murder mystery. We have also now completed our initial search of the house. I was trying to find like a combinations of someone's first letter of their first and last name embroidered on something, like a towel, for instance. That's what I was looking for in my initial search. It's like I'm very eccentric.
Alright.
And gay, if you didn't notice by me coming in your anus.
Okay.
The maid says you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock and she greeted you at the door. She told me that you refused to give her your coat.
I prefer to keep my things with me.
I like keeping my things in your anus like my sperm. The maid says you made a rather inappropriate remark of sexual nature. I see you go both ways. Nice. I've always found vaginas to be a bit vagina-y for my taste.
Well, why would you taste them if...
This leads me to question your character, I'm afraid.
I was intended purely as a lighthearted joke.
Oh, come on now, I just came in your ass, you can tell me. Okay, later you want to speak to the maid. I'm just curious, why did you decide to visit her in the kitchen?
Why do you think? I want to see more of those maids. A lot more of that maid's goods.
So, you to the maid as me toward your anus, I see. She claims that you attempted to sexually assault her in the kitchen like I did to you just now. Did you happen to do that?
Whoa, sexual assault? I only wanted a kiss. It's not like I tried to rape the girl. I just wanted a harmless hug and a kiss.
I raped you. Later on, you had a conversation with your mother. She says that you spoke briefly about your sister. Apparently, you seem quite concerned about her well-being. She apparently has part of her soul put into a well that's in the backyard of your house. You seem quite concerned about her well.
Well, yeah.
You wanted to see your father in the library. I understand you had a conversation, and it became quite... I don't know how to put this. Like, the molecules were moving at a faster rate. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, he always had a temper. Very short fuse.
Better a short fuse than a short penis.
Absolutely.
Oh, I see. That's good. Your father also told me you threatened him with physical violence. And I'm not talking about the passive, active ass fucking, 'cause that's just beauty.
I don't believe I threatened physical violence.
What about metaphysical violence?
No.
Also, I wanted to talk to you about the butler. I was very drawn to talk to him because of the name Butler, but it wasn't quite what you think. I fucked him straight up the penis. His butt wasn't that appetizing.
My mother was having a very hard time dealing with my sister's conditions. She sounded like she'd been pushed to a breaking point.
Interesting. Have you ever seen the movie Breakpoint starring Keanu Reeves, where he's like a surfer or something?
No, I did not.
That sounds suspicious to me. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. Well, actually, it's supper because during the evening, it's called supper, and dinner can only take place during the early afternoon, like when you have Thanksgiving dinner. I understand that you made an unseemly accusation towards the butt man.
Yeah, he's out of control.
Actually, what I thought when I heard that there was a butler was something similar to the game Pokemon Go, where you put something on your own butt.
Oh my gosh!
Did you have a penis hard because of your sister?
All the time.
Whoa, what the fuck? Wait a minute, what? Are you gonna win, CJ? You got this?
I don't know.
Your father often loses his temper at dinner.
No matter where he is.
But as I said before, it was technically supper. So it seems again that I caught you doing something suspicious. Now I need to ascertain, where were you when you heard the maid scream? West Wing, Oval
The
Office.
foyer, they call it. In the foyer.
Yes, the maid mentioned seeing you in there. That does put you quite close to the scene of the murder. I'm scared. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. We found a poem written by your sister, which appears to clearly express romantic, lesbianic feelings towards the maid.
Perhaps we did think it was from the sister, not the butler.
Mike Pence wouldn't be very happy if they hear about that. However, from where we found the poem, there is no reason for us to believe the maid was aware of those feelings. I am curious about the murder weapon. The sword which was used to murder your sister belonged to you? I understand you were quite expert in its use.
Doesn't mean I did this.
No, but it does certainly make me wonder if you could jam a sword down your throat, deep throating. It's all very interesting. I'd be completely hornet's nest with you now, Mr. Bruce Willis. Your behavior this evening has given me cause for Scorpio. I must regard your father as a suspect, even though the evidence is far from conclusive. I feel in another dimension perhaps he would have had a pair of your sister's panties in his room. But there's also a question or two regarding the butler, but I personally don't buy it. Too clicky.
By Adam Sandler, with also Christopher Walken.
I love that movie so much. I really wanted to use that remote he had for anal self-stimulation. It looked just the most perfectly shaped, phenomenal. I think I will also be taking another look at the evidence surrounding your mama. So as for what happens next, I'm going to ask you to accompany me to the station for further questioning.
Am I under arrest?
Not currently. More like at the same level as arrest. You're not over arrest, but you're not quite under it either. You're just at arrest, if you know what I'm saying. Though I think I will also fuck you again once we get to the station. I can already feel my penis starting to get hard again. Maybe in about another 10 minutes.
Okay.
You and your father were both taken, like that movie star in Liam Neeson. Informed questioning. Oh, wait, this is just an narrator. Okay. You and your father were both taken, like that movie starring Liam Neeson and the girl from Lost, in for questioning, and you did your best to convince them of your innocence and of your father's guilt. However, the police soon discovered that you had an obvious motive to want your sister dead. From that moment on, you were the Amazon Prime suspect. The trial was long and a difficult one, but finally in the end, Judge Judy found you guilty and sentenced you to death by guillotine. Fuck you. In your dank, dark, little Bernie Sanders meme stash little cell, there was nowhere to hide or to escape from the nightmares when they came, and there was no way to escape remembering the time that the police detective put his penis into your anus and came. The deed itself has taken possession of your soul. Perhaps this was her final revenge. You lost.
Yeah, I did. But hey, doesn't matter, I had sex.
That is true. You did better than me. I didn't have sex. But I should have been more open. I was like, I thought the maid was the only possibility, but I didn't know this beautiful, strapping, eccentric detective was gonna just have his penis ready to go.